think the rain is representative of the world crying.
We're here in downtown Burlington on the top of Church Street for the protest and prayer vigil for Alton, Sterling, and Philando, Castile, being organized by the Champlain Area NAACP.
And people of color in Vermont are hurting. We experience racism every day in our lives.
But I could lose my life. Because of the color of my skin.
In the span of 3 days, 2 black men were killed by police officers.
They were brutally murdered or killed.
And in retaliation, 5 police officers were killed by Black Army veterans.
It's called the Mourning Band, and it's just we wear it in remembrance for those that have lost their lives.
Well, we believe, yes, Black Lives Matter and all lives matter. However, at this time in our country's history, we want to direct attention to the injustices that are happening.
And to stand in unity against hate, against brutality, and to say that violence is not the answer.
Honestly, I was really scared to come tonight because of the things that have happened in retaliation, and I have a young son that I need to live for.
I can because I can relate to Philando, what happened to him. From what we know so far, he was a member of the community. That could have been who got shot.
I'm terrified every day that he is not going to come home to me. That's not okay.
This gathering today is sad and sobering.
Well, we are here to let the world know that we're concerned about the climate of our country and the climate of our community. And so we want to come together tonight to pray, to talk, and to share our thoughts and our concerns about all the gun violence, all the loss of life, all the racial profiling.
But something I've really been struggling with is telling my son how to be careful and keep himself safe without fearing the police or hating the police. I'm looking for guidance, like a lot of young black women who are raising our black men. I'm looking for guidance and help and comfort.
But we can't change the world. Without you. It will take us all to change this world.
And we pray, Father God, for every aspect. We pray, dear Lord, for those who have lost loved ones, Father God. We pray over every city, we pray over every town, we pray over every state, we pray, Father God, over all the world, that there be peace in the world.
It's always on the one person in the room who's often the only person of color or the only, even in the context of women, they're the only women in the room. It's up to men to stand up for women. It's up for not people of color to stand up for people of color because we're at that point.
Get over our white fragility. It's not about our feelings.
And we need it now.
This is my second rally of the day. It feels really good to see a lot of people come out and support the black community. Even, tonight when I spoke to my friends and I said, hey, you're going to the rally tonight? And they're like, for what? That doesn't happen here in Vermont. I'm not gonna go there and listen to people talk about how much they hate the police. And it's not about that. It's not about us hating the police. It's about us wanting justice for our brothers and our sisters, and it's about us wanting to be equal. And we want to be in a community where we don't have to be feared, and we don't have to fear for our safety or our children's safety.
And if we unite, and if we start to talk about things, we can dismantle hate. We can dismantle prejudice and racism. We can let our children know that there is a brighter day.
There's 1% African Americans in this state, and 10% of the prison population is African American. What's up with that?
Well, I think Burlington is just like the country, partly in denial that it couldn't happen here. We don't have any issues, but we have issues.
If we look at Vermont, Vermont is a pilot in many respects in terms of positive change. So let's be a leader in more than just Ben & Jerry's ice cream and maple syrup.
I've definitely seen that I have white privilege. I think more young people should be getting into this.
Vermont's a unique community. Burlington's even more unique. We're very fortunate. It's a great place to live, and it's a great place to live because of the people, because of the police department, and because of all of us, how we come together. So I think let everybody speak their mind and we'll be okay.
Lynching is not dead. It's done in broad daylight. Under the hot lights of media frenzy. His name is Philando Castile. Say it. Philando Castile. His name is Alton Sterling.
Tamir Rice.
Manuel Loggins. Ayana Jones. Anisha Harris. Tarika Wilson.
Basically, put your color where your mouth is. If you're gonna be here, be here.
Okay.
Don't just be a body taking up oxygen. Fight for these people who are not being hurt and who are being killed by mass amounts of numbers. That's just ridiculous at this point.
Yes, it's something I think about on a daily basis. Just an interaction with the police officer, you know. Not all of them are bad. We know that, and I have faith in cop and I believe in them because they do a hard job. But the fact that because of my color, the color of my skin, I might be judged differently than somebody else is something I have to live with for the rest of my life.
A week from today, when things die down and people aren't on, Facebook and social media being angry, I still have to worry about my son's safety. I still have to worry about teaching my son how to be a black man in a community where he's feared.
You know that we need every one of you to join our cause.
Now please join me in the Negro National Anthem.
If we could just take one step to try to commune and communicate and to tear down the walls of hate, our children are looking to us. Our future is right here on the cusp of our hands, and what we have to do is we have to unite and bring everyone together around the same table and say, can't we all get along? And I believe we can.
Realize that you have a white privilege. Be conscious about it, that you have white privilege that we don't have. One white person's voice is louder than 100 black people, So be a shield for the minority community here in Vermont. And sometimes you don't even have to speak, it's just being there with somebody, saying, hey, I don't know what you're going through, but whatever you need from me, I'm here, and just listen.